boys, Monday's back. You know what that means. Back to work. My boys ordering batteries this morning for the 315. It didn't start on Friday, which really didn't mean anything, but get batteries just in case. We're gonna need you, and 1 out of 2 ain't bad. Just slip sliding our way here. We got to the 315s. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Well, if that's accurate, 1 battery is just not going to be enough, I feel. If you guys can see that, but here's a telltale sign that something fucky's going on here. Yeah, they're basically blown the fuck out. All right, Hydrema, apparently it no move. So let's see if we can fix it not moving. Well, it no have a key. I'm not a rocket surgeon, but this might be sort of our problem here. So she powers up and she's running. Hey, look, it moves now. That's crazy. That's a lot of shit. God damn. 244 from the other day. Well, we just did cutting edges on this one, and yeah, these are already worn from all the ice. We got more snow coming in on Tuesday night, so yeah, we're gonna get these flipped over. Got the new hotness out here. We're gonna. There we go. Right on down the line here, boys. And 1 flipped and about 13,000 more to do. Well, we got this unit we can go ahead and do cutting edges on. Man, those are fucking close. And then they get okay. And then fuck. And that gun got so much damn torque it done broke into my sock, it did. And deploying magnets. Yeah. Yeah. And done. 2 grinder kind of day, boys. All right, 2 fresh batteries. Let's get that 315 put back in service today. All right, so 2 fresh units and a hell of a lot better starting system voltage. So that are all fired up. Fixed it. All right, 135G. Apparently it's got a leak. So let's get into this turd. Boys, main pump, and yeah, looks like the suction, either the clamps are loose or something, it's leaking in yonder. Well, I'm pretty sure I shouldn't be able to do this. Yeah. Clamp is not even tight. So we tightened up all 3 clamps in the suction return and used this trash right here to clean it. So I'm going to operate it real quick and see if this thing acts up or leaks again. If not, then yeah, we're going to put her back in service. And done for now. I'll probably be back. You know, all you ever hear about is white monster this and this, that, and the third. You want something with some fucking energy, something that's gonna get you fucking motivated right there, boys. That's 300 milligrams of fucking pre-workout stimulant, all right? This shit right here makes you go through brick walls. Them cutting edges, them fucking engines, you can pull that shit by hand, all right, boys? This shit right here, this is what you need, okay? Fucking C4, the gray and the fucking black, this shit right here, okay? This will get you going. Fuck that white monster. Put that shit back in the goddamn fridge. All right, boys. It's Monday number 2. Let's get back to the show. Now, that's not an emergency. Got a guy here. Yep. All right, what we need is in here. Got a road trip this morning back over to Virginia. 624K. Well, she sheared some bolts. They're still out there pushing ice, so let's get to it. Yay, Virginia. Woohoo. Wow. How did that happen? Well, fixed it. This ain't happening no more. Yep, we're just gonna make sure that doesn't happen. Anybody gets in my comment section about using the old red Loctite there, don't. It's not worth it. These guys still got snow to push and ice to push, and yeah, I'm not trying to come back out to Virginia. Boys, there goes a living legend right there. Back to work. One more low tire and I'm recommending foam fill. Well, I guess we're getting transitioned back into dirt work. Bucket off. Sweeper on. So 324 and just the ends are getting really close here. So we're gonna go ahead and, yeah, I think we can flip them. So we're gonna go ahead and flip the ends and fix that old position sensor right there for the old tilt cylinder. So let's get this thing done. So setting your return to dig position sensor, 106 inch-pounds for the old clamps here, and the air gap in there, right yonder. That is 3 to 5 millimeters. None of this matters because nobody ever uses it. The more you know. 744K, this unit right here, ever since it's been pushing snow, well, it's throwing some codes, so we're gonna hook up to it with Service Advisor, find out what we got going on. Hey, more fun shit you discover after snow removal. This was just kind of laying around, just hanging around. Well, it broke off from up top here. Awesome. And also tore the hell out of the connector, so I got to repin that too. Again, awesome. That, boys, is what success looks like. That's where the mirror was that was sheared, so we got the stud out. Now we can finish rewiring where it broke. All right, so the codes we have. All right, so we got EGR, not good, right? Power derate, not good. And boom, also sensor number 6, voltage out of range, low. Now, coolant pressure, EGR valve are all controlled off of sensor number 6. So, all right, boys, invalid coolant pressure. And guess what's drawing down the number 6 supply voltage? That's right, boys. Coolant pressure is not reading correctly, which is drawing down supply number 6 voltage. All right, boys, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. Either be humped or get humped, boys. Get back to it. All right, so we're back on the 744 from yesterday. So we've got our hardware for our mirror. And boom, our coolant pressure sensor, which we're going to do the old hit and hope method, which is basically pull it out real quick and put the new one in real fast. So let's get to it. Boom, mirror installed. Remember, boys, I do not condone the old hit and hope method, which is to pull it out real quick and put it back in. And boom, we got the new coolant pressure sensor installed. Minimal mess was achieved. Up Service Advisor and see where we stand with it. Run it for a while and we'll verify that yeah, the 6 supply sensor 6 is actually working correctly now. All right, so watch sensor supply voltage number 6. Good, bad, good, bad. Yeah, right there, ain't happy, boys. For the harness, we did find a couple of areas of interest. Boom, and somebody's made some butt connector repairs here. Right here, boys. Yeah, this is where it gets funky. Familiar, this is where that P-clamp right there is, and let's just say the rubber wasn't even really doing shit. I've devised a plan here. We've got an 8-pin connector here and sockets set. We're just going to go ahead and make up our own little additional area where we can just go ahead and connect the wires up, Deutsch pins, and repair the harness that way, boys. Guys, so we've got our 8-pin connector right here, and then we've got one repair right there with the splice, and then we have the 2 up here as well that we took care of with the joint splices. Guys, so we've got this thing up to temperature. It's been running for roughly about 20 minutes, and usually within that time frame it's gonna blip, and we have had 0 issues so far. So I think we got her. Boys, we're not done with the 744K yet. PM time, that's right, boys. We ain't done a PM in a minute, so we're gonna go ahead and do a quick service on this as well, so they at least can put it back in service. This is the combo right here. Strap wrench, oil catch. If nothing but the finest. It's gotta have that John Deere logo on it or it ain't worth shit. Folks, only you can prevent dust in your cab. God damn. And done. All right, so we're gonna finish the night off 850K, and yeah, these cutting edge is done. God damn, this one is very done. Holy shit. Let the cleanup begin. Deploy magnets. 1, 2, magic. Now, boys, fully removed, all the mud's off of it, blade ready to go. Well, in my luck, yeah, we didn't get the hardware. Boys, it's still cold outside, so I'm just going to give you guys a public service announcement. You got to watch out for black ice. Because I literally stepped outside and almost slipped on this. All right, boys, it's Thursday. It's almost the end of the week, boys. You can almost taste it. Let's get to it. All right, 85P with some sort of hydraulic leak somewhere around here. Yeah, that does not look promising. That does not look promising. Just out here living my life, an eighth of a turn at a time. Thank God for 72 teeth fucking ratchets, boys. All right, boys, so back on the 850K, we got all of our hardware. We just need to sand these down and get everything mounted. And then, of course, it's time to do a service on this one. Time to grind it down, yeah! And sand it. All right, boys, cutting edge all installed. Congratulations, Billy, you won most handicapped. What the fuck? Yeah, the ends are pretty fucked. All right, boys, so we got the cutting edge done. We're gonna go ahead and service the machine, so let's get to it. Waiting. Fire me up, let's go. You just gotta love dozers, boys. You clear enough shit out, and you can find shit. Except my will to live, that I can't find. Well, boys, when you ain't got a pump out, sometimes you can't fight results. I mean, if it's working, it's fucking working, right? Form a funnel angle just right, boys. Limit the mess, even though you're gonna make a fucking mess. Boys, you can definitely tell that that oil filter, she's been weeping for a minute there. Oil filter may have been loose and leaking, but we ain't making no mess with the old oil catch, boys. To check the old manual to see how many gallons of oil we need. Oh, fuck with John Deere oil? We're priming. Come on, you can do it. All right, we got her going. Fresh ass units in here. Holy shit. And you're breathing this shit. God damn. Boys, when you're greasing the tracks on your 850K, just heat it up before install so you can get it nice and warm. Out with the old, boom. In with the new, and boom. All nice and tight. And back to work she goes. Next thing on the docket here, 352. Time to flip bucket teeth. Yay. They got some life left. A little stumpy. Done-ish. Yeah, like done-ish. Like that one's gonna be done here in like a week, but it'll work. All right, boys. It's finally Friday. Let's get back to it. All right, boys. We got old Snow White back here. Today we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of old swap-a-roo. Get this truck fully cleaned out for the new owner. First things first, gotta get this unit fired up. Well, we got power. Please start. Oh yeah. Man, all that was in there. Holy shit. Sometimes you don't realize how much you got in fucking tools. And I'm here to tell you, that's just a little bit. Obviously, we got what's going on in here. We still got shit in the damn truck. I mean, I still got pullers and all sorts of shit. A little bit in here. Not even gonna get started. Well, we had to make a stop, boys. That's right, hobo freight, let's go. Well, let's see if I can break these. Oh, I need more than this, but this will start. Good news, boys, I found more. So we got the old hobo freight pack outs going on. Well, she's all cleared out, ready to go to her new home. The stars at night are big and bright. That's right, it's going to Texas. So we got to turn all of this into all these. So let's get to it. So we have all of our Deutz connectors, joint splices, all that right there. You know, butt connectors and all the fun stuff in here. And all my connectors, Deutz, amp seal, wire, fuses, relays, all that shit in here. So yeah, these little pack outs, knockoff pack outs, they're pretty nice. To end the night off right, we got this big ass box from Vevor. Happens to be right next to the old 3/8 hose reel. What we got there, huh? That's right, boys. We got ourselves a 1/2-inch line, and we're just waiting for a coupler to come in for it. Just out here twin line goofing, boys. That's right. Don't look too closely into that. It's a little much. But in order to run the big chooch and 3/4 gun effectively, I wanted to go ahead and run 1/2-inch lines. So there's that. So we're all good to go. Look at that, boys. Just out here twin Vevor line fucking goofing. Damn, boys, it's been a long week for this unit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's been a long week. But the truck is ready to rock and roll, boys. So on to Monday. So looking up a harness for old Big Steve real fast, and let me tell you something. The trucks are where it's at. Look at this, boys. 3176B. Complete engine harness, $382. Now, granted, there ain't shit to that harness. I mean, literally, I could make that harness, but, I mean, just connectors alone, you'd probably be at least $200 in, just looking at the breakdown. So, I mean, $382, all new harness, all new loom, all new connectors. I mean, come on. $300.
If I want to go buy like a new engine harness from Deere, it's like, I don't know, half an arm, both your legs, mortgage on your house. It's fucking crazy.